can see you there. Probably ruining the audio. So I'm talking on the phone with my mom while I'm riding the train at 8:30 a.m. in case that wasn't picked up. And when I take public transportation, I'm just very like aware of things because I usually drive. So I'm on the phone, and the person that had already checked my ticket walked back up to me, and he kind of was staring at me. So I'm in the middle of a conversation, and I just looked at him and I said, "Oh, you already checked my ticket," thinking that's what he was talking about. He looks at me and he says, "But you're being very loud. People are trying to sleep." So had he approached me differently, maybe I wouldn't have reacted the way I did, but he kind of made me, he basically tried to embarrass me. Now, I wasn't embarrassed. I was just having a phone call in public. Last time I checked, that's fine to do, and it's not even, I don't even think that it's rude, but let me just include this. The only person I could see was awake and was wearing headphones. And I don't think I was even being that loud, so I like looked over at the one guy who's clearly not bothered by me. He can't even hear me, and I said to him, "Who's sleeping?" And he said again, he was like, "You're being very, very loud." And what I think he should have just bossed up and said is that I was annoying him. Had he just put it on himself and said, "Hey man, can you keep your voice down? You're talking too loud and I'm bothered," I probably would have been like, "My bad." Sometimes I know that I do get a little bit loud. But he basically tried to like put it on everyone, like he was being a hero or something, stepping up and being rude, when really I'm just trying to have a phone call with my mom. So I said to him, "I'm on the phone with my mom," and he went to continue, he went to persist, and at this point, this is kind of, I needed to end things, so I just said to him very assertively, "I'm fine. I'm fine." And he walked away. Right after that, my mom had to call someone else anyway, so the only part that was really unfortunate is it seemed like I actually got off the phone because of him, where that is not the case. Me and my mom, our conversation came, to an end organically. That's when it would have ended anyway, and he just chose to make things, tense, which they did not need to be. But, I'm a world citizen. I don't always like to try to only see things through my eyes. So I try to see it from his perspective. Was I being rude? Talking on the phone at 8:30 in the morning? I don't know. You guys let me know. Is it rude to talk on the phone? I mean, yes, in a movie theater, obviously. And, I can think of a couple other scenarios, but on the train, morning commute, when most of the people, almost everyone, is just wearing headphones and zoned out in their own world, I don't think so, but I could be wrong. But that brings me on to my next topic. It was a very, the day went very well in Manhattan. And I got home, and I was doing this, like a kid with his Legos. I was like, I can't even walk in my room right now. So, as I was cleaning it all up, I tried to, like, reorganize some things, really jam-pack my closet, like, get everything that I could get in to my closet in there. And one such thing was, only for one specific use, but I was walking through a mall once, and I just happened to see, a Versace fragrance that came with a backpack. Maybe you guys know about it too, but I was like, no, there's no way, because it was actually a very reasonably priced item as well. I'm like, this is a big box, and I was like, and it is a cologne. That's what they're marketing it as, but really the whole point was you buy the cologne, you get a backpack, and I love backpacks, so I was like, high ratings, yes, purchase. Took it home, and I was more amped about the backpack. I've never even smelled the cologne. I wear Versace, but it's not the same scent, so I was kind of like, what's going on here? It's the kind I bought is called EROS, like Eros, or I think it's Eros, but I don't know. And I had never even smelled it, so I wanted to put the box in my closet, and it was heavy, and I'm like, oh wait, the cologne's still in here. So I pull it out. I meant to change my t-shirt before I recorded this, but actually it's probably good that I didn't. I gave it a couple skedits. You get it? A couple skedits. Think about it. I gave it a couple little pumps, 1-2 under the shirt, and it smelled really feminine at first. Let me grab it. The backpack is elsewhere, and I don't feel like showing it. That's not the point. One day I'll show it, but this is the cologne. Medusa head, Eros. So yeah, at first it smelled almost like a perfume. And I was just like, huh, guess I'll stick with the kind I wear. Didn't give it a second thought, went about my business, continued doing things. As things progressed and I cleaned up what I wanted to clean up, I started to do something else, and all of a sudden I was like, what's that smell? I forgot I had sprayed the Cologne, and once it had settled, I was like, I need to do a smell review on this. I just knew immediately. I was like, this is so good. This is what that cologne smells like. It's like when you go to a yacht club and none of the yachts are yours. So you trespass onto one and you're looking around, and all of a sudden you hear footsteps because it's still docked. You're like right on a dock. You hear people walking. So you dash into a little side room. Luckily, it's someone getting onto a different boat, not the one you're on. So you flip a light on and you're in a little mini kitchen. And for whatever reason your hands are sticky. So you're like, I'm just going to wash my hands real quick. And you go to look for the hand soap, and it's a bar of soap. You wash your hands with that bar of soap. And it's like that VERSACE sauce. Now that's really what came to me. Is a bar of soap on a trespassing yacht. But if you've never done that, or if you can't really picture that smell, picture potpourri made of volcanic ash and shark blood. And that's exactly what that smells like. I love it. I'm glad I got a big bottle of it. This VERSACE sauce. Alright, maybe this isn't a big bottle, but it's a decent size. It's, I mean, I certainly am not going to use it that much. But yeah, it's good. And the smell, you can tell that molecularly, that it's shaped just like the VERSACE pattern. You could just, like, your nostrils can definitely pick up on that if they're trained. So anyway, high ratings. Cooking channel, unboxing, cafe. We're almost fully dripped out on this bad boy. This is batch number, I think this is my 4th batch that I've made. I'd like to say each one has been getting better and better, but they've all been pretty consistently incredible, actually. So I can't say that they've gone up, but a cold brew do-it-yourself episode soon to come, because it is high ratings. I was just shooting a music video with these. That's why they're out on the counter like that. Just a little baby unboxing for us one time. Don't ever cut towards yourself, but sometimes you can't follow all the rules. I'm really just hard boiling eggs for some egg salad. I'm not exactly cooking, but tip for you, because I used to make this mistake all the time. I would bring the water to a boil and then I'd put the eggs in. Fun fact, put the eggs in while you bring the water up to a boil, or else sometimes it'll crack them. The heat shocks the egg into cracking. What are these? New Ultra Boost. Oh my gosh. Easter came late this year. These I saw in the mall the other day, and I was like, I should buy those, but then I just left the mall trying to have restraint, and instead I picked them up online on adidas.com. One cool thing about that, actually, they told me to expect it today, and then I got an email very early this morning saying, oh, it'll be in tomorrow. Then I had to go to the bank one time today, and blam, there they are, sitting on the doorstep. So, you know, a good thing to do in business, under promise, over deliver, and that's exactly what they did. They set my expectations up to today, and then they said, oh, hold off, and I was almost ready to consider being disappointed, and then blam, they show up. So let's check these out. Now everyone feel free to speculate, but yeah, it's definitely like a beautiful pink. You could tell because of the cotton candy on the bottom. So that tells you exactly what this color really is, and certainly the insole is that way as well. But just like when I saw them in the mall, the thing I really like about these is the gray. Let me make sure these. I got a few more minutes. The gray almost looks orange with this pair. Almost. It's like a salmon actually. So it looks salmon on the shoe, which I think kind of just like kicks the gray up a few notches. Gray shoes always look good. In my opinion, gray shoes, you know, are very versatile. But then you toss in some Salmon. And you got yourself a really gorgeous color. And yeah, wow. The 3.0 knitting on my first pair of 3.0s definitely had more of a kind of a relaxed feel to it, and these are wonderfully knit. It gives me like a little bit of hug on my toes, but just enough, like so much so that you don't really notice it even. It's just that you notice the shoe moves with you. Oh my gosh. Sometimes you just look at a shoe and you're like, those are the new everydays. I just kind of got that feeling that these are just like the pair that you just leave out by the door. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, let me run outside real quick to take a picture of that rare bird. Or my friend just said they're here, and then I waited the obvious 20 minutes until they're actually here, and then you run outside to meet them in the driveway because that's just what friends do. That's the pair you... Oh my gosh, y'all. Hello? You about to burn your eggs? Alright, I gotta cut this short.